Hello and welcome to Atelier Sylvestre. My wife and I are cabinet makers in Thiers, France. This is our workshop where we create sculpture, turning and marquetry. We set up shop 2 years ago, starting from scratch, and little by little we equipped ourselves with machinery and equipment. First with traditional machines, then with CNC machines. Here's our last acquisition, the new Monport Effi 10S. This is a CO2 laser cutting and engraving model delivering up to 100 watts. Here you can see the glass tube through which the beam passes and is supplied with water to cool the tube. The model came in a very sturdy plywood crate. Everything was well secured and arrived in perfect condition. The hardest part was dismantling the crate to get the machine to stand upright through the small 90 cm wide workshop door. We had to remove the feet and unscrew the door, but we were very careful not to break anything. Inside the machine there are aluminum bars to support the parts, power cables, a small water pump, fittings for cooling, tools, guards and everything needed for smoke evacuation. In addition to the machine, we bought a CW5200 cooling system which can be integrated directly into the machine but not on my model. It cools the tube better for intensive uses and keeps the temperature constant for better machine repeatability and durability. It's a very nice looking piece. I didn't expect such a beautiful finish for a technical equipment. Here we see the machine being started up. The work table is very well lit, which is very pleasant. It's responsive and the control screen is well designed and easy to use. When you look at the moving parts on the axles, you can see the large solid belts, the strong motors, a well-dimensioned ridge chassis, which is important for a machine that moves at such high engraving speeds. The exhaust gas turbine is very efficient. I expected less, but it's more than enough. We'll see about that in the rest of the video. Here I'm putting the windows back in place. After removing the protective films, we connect and switch on the cooler, which gives the temperature in real time. You have to set input to input and output to output. We checked the alignment of the tube and the 3 mirrors. It was already set perfectly, I didn't have to touch a thing. On the side there are 3 sockets, one for USB PC, one for USB memory sticks and an RJ45. As for our previous machines, we use Lightburn. The laser is fully compatible and all you have to do is follow the instructions after connecting. It's pretty basic. The first test we began with was a small engraving. The autofocus is a real-time and precision saver. Once you press the button and then enter, it's accurate to 100ths of millimeter. The engraving is a digitized drawing by my wife. We use 2 layers, one for the light fill and the other for the deep contour. This really gives a 3D effect as if it were sculpted and it adds depth on the engraving. The whole cycle took 18 minutes, which may seem a bit long, but that gives us something very detailed and that makes all the difference for our customers. Here you can already see the details, depth and quality of the engraving. After sanding, clean up and a little oil, the result is very detailed and full of contrast. It is nice to do precision work with a machine like this. As a second project, we made the cutouts for a case for an art knife maker. It's a bit unusual in that it's burnt ash to give it color and texture. It's beautiful, but it changes our work methods. After modeling and testing, we managed to find the right parameters to make clean cuts. Even though the 2-inch lens supplied with the machine is not designed for deep cuts, I was able to get good quality cuts on wood and foam. Depending on the project, the lens can be changed to modify convergence and enable deeper cuttings, for example. In terms of airflow, we carried out a test to demonstrate its effectiveness. At first, we didn't activate it. You can see all the smoke accumulating above the room, and there, we activate it now. The only modification we made to the machine was to change the built-in air assist. There's a small air pump, but it can be too weak for some deeper cuts. So I connected the machine to an external compressor and replaced the air pump with a solenoid valve. We thought we'd make a different connection than what we ended up doing. Fortunately, I was able to ask the Monport team for advice, and they told me what to do. Finally, we cut off the power supply to the air pump and connected the valve. Just connect the compressor to the inlet and the machine hose to the outlet, and you're all set. Thanks to this modification, you can, for example, cut thick wood pretty cleanly. Here, we've installed a lens with a 3-inch focal length. After a few tries, we've managed to cut through a 20mm thick walnut piece. It's not all bad, and the cut is clean enough. We can't show you everything the machine can do because that would be far too long, but there are a huge number of possibilities in terms of material, assembly and customization. It's a great asset to any workshop. These first projects show the machine's potential, but there's a great range of other things you can develop when you use it. You get the feeling that it's made for production, because all the worries that you have with less professional machines, you don't have them here. the focal length adjustment, the ability to modify the z-axis and cycles, setting speeds and adjustments, and all that. It saves time and solves the problems that we have with our older machines. It was a pleasure to do these projects, and we can't wait to move on to the next ones. We already have a lot of ideas and series of pieces we want to make with it. I'm sure we will use this laser a lot in our next productions. Thank you for watching the video. I hope that you liked it. If you want to get your own machine, you can use the code Sylvestre on the Monport website to get 8% off your purchase.